Yeah? And this is stuff that is a really good example of a piece of legislation. I'm normally quite critical of CARICOM states, but we also have to recognise where they're doing good stuff, right? And that is a really good piece of legislation. And we have a similar campaign here in the UK called Operation Justice Eternal, which is a similar thing. We've got to rehabilitate the memories and the reputations of some of our people that were demonized, that were ostracized, even within our own families, because they were on the right side of history. Yeah? And some of our people were afraid. We have to understand the context of direct and extreme violence that meant death, you know. And so that's, you know, we see that legacy even in our families, the divide and rule. You know, the infighting, the lack of unity. These are some of the historical legacies that are still impacting us, not only within our families, but how we relate to each other. How do men relate to each other out there on the street? Are you sensing a brotherhood, or is there something else going on? And you know the answers to those questions, right? So we are looking, we want to know some of this data from our people. What's happening to you? Because we are using it as part of an evidence base, yeah? Because one of the things we're saying is to the UK government, so when we marched until 2019, and from 2019 to now, we have something called the Pan-African Reparations Rebellion groundings. Really after the notion of groundings that were championed by African Guyanese historian Dr. Walter Rodney, who was assassinated by the government of Guyana.
And Jamaica.
And he got pushed out of Jamaica because of his pro-people activism, where he believed that the intellectuals in universities must